There's nowhere else to be but here, the Rene Show with Zebo. There's nowhere else to be but here, the Rene Show with Zebo.
What up, everybody? What's going on? It is your favorite podcast host, the one that says all the shit you're afraid to say, K Rene. And welcome back to a new episode of the K Rene Show. I'm your girl. I'm here. It's Saturday. Now, usually, you know what I'd be doing? I'd be like, what up, Zebo? What's going on, man? But this Negro college fun kid is late right now. Okay, so I'm not holding it against him. It's good. It's Valentine's Day weekend. You know what I mean? It's Valentine's Day weekend. So it's all good. I allow it. It's fine. But he will be joining in a couple of minutes or so. So you got me. And you know what? It don't matter, right? Because it's like kind of like we're having like an original moment. You know what I mean? Like the original moment, like when it was just only me. So since, with this whole new season, I got a guest co-host. So you guys are familiar with Mr. Zebo Jones. And guess what? If you are not here right now, you need to get here. You need to make sure that you're joining in live so you can be a part of this conversation. And this episode is so special because it is something that I am just like so excited about. I'm always talking about Virgo this, Virgo that, what's their sign? I need to know. Well, today we have a special guest joining us on the K Rene Show. And it is Miss AHYOKA, which is the Oracle Goddess, honey. So she is going to be joining in momentarily with us. And listen, if you're new to the show and this is your first time being here, I want to welcome you. And again, this is an explicit podcast. I say all the shit that people be afraid to say and they don't want to talk about it, but I talk about it for them. So I'm the mouthpiece. So listen. Join me on all streaming platforms. I'm on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Podcast Addict, Amazon Music, you name it. I'm over there. Shout out to India. Okay, they have their own little app. It's kind of like an Apple app, like an iTunes thing, or more so I think I want to put it on the level of like Spotify, but it's like a Giovanni. So they be really hitting the downloads over there. So I'm telling you, I'm going to India. I will be visiting. Trust me. I'm coming over there, y'all. Please make room for me when I get there. Thank you. I appreciate it. So, yes, you can catch the audio version on any of the streaming platforms. Again, I'm here on YouTube. So make sure that if you haven't done so, go down to the bottom, hit the subscribe. Make sure you, again, are alerted so that you know when this content is dropping. I'm here every Saturday, usually 2 p.m. Okay? So let me, again, and I always talk about how I don't like to be, throwing the hateration and the dancery, but I'm doing it today. I'm sorry. So yes, I forgive the fact, it's Valentine's Day. Yes, my co-host, he's running a couple minutes late. But also, wait a minute, being that it is Valentine's Day and the lateness, again, I'm here by myself. So it's like the whole rub it in the face type situation, but it's all good. No, I'm just kidding. It's all love. So again, as we wait. But other than that, you guys, hopefully you guys have had a good week. Mine has been it's been settled. I happened to get myself into a fundraiser at my son's school. And not only that, but I don't go to work. I work from home. So I'm trying to sling these world famous candy bars to people. I'm texting people. I'm like hitting people up in their DMs, like that live close by too. That's like kind of like within a few blocks from where I live. Like, you interested in some candy, some chocolate? It's 60 bars in a box, mind you. So I'm like, oh my God, like how am I gonna do this? And then of course, when you have the little ones, they're all about wanting to have like the gift. They just want that prize, like that little prize that we could go and probably, just buy them somewhere like in a Walmart aisle near you. But again, it's all about the participation and they got to get something from it. So I didn't slung like 2 boxes. and I'm done. And the money is due next Friday. So I said, I be damn, I am not picking up a new box. I cannot. It was hard to get rid of those. And I appreciate everybody that, basically, participated, and then they helped. And thank you so much. I really do. Thank you. And he appreciates it also. So at least he get little two little prizes. So yay. There we go. So anyway, if you didn't catch last week's episode, you can still do that. Again, it's still there. It's on YouTube, again, below. Of course, if you're already on the bar, you'll see it. And we talked with, of course, the promoter behind 1513 Promotions. So shout out to Dion. She's dope. If you need something done on your pages, go talk to her. All right. Check her out on Instagram. Super like again, for the busy people in life, which a lot of us don't have that time to put that content out. You don't have content to put out. She can create the content. I'm just saying, it's like a one-stop shop over there. So make sure you guys definitely check her out and hit her up if you have any needs. But speaking of everything else that's been going on in the world this week, it's kind of like, where are we at with this war? Like, are we going there? I mean, not us per se, but what they doing? Because I need to kind of just know a little bit about that. I'm not a person that really likes to watch the news. I'm not. I'm a weather person. I just need to know what it's going to be like. We're doing fall, spring these last couple of days. It's been warm, and then I think we're calling for snow or something tomorrow. So only in Baltimore, where it just keeps changing. Like every 15 minutes is something going on. But I'm just saying, like, good gracious, like, where are we? Because it's just like everything's kind of like in a disarray. I just feel like we're just kind of like moving and going through the motions right now with everything. So again, I know starting within, not starting, but coming up on March 13th, if you, again, been following my show for day one from me talking about the pandemic, since we've all been a part of it, this is going to mark 2 years of me working from home. And I am going to do something to celebrate that. I have to commemorate this in some kind of way, like some kind of game night or party of some sort. But I'm just saying, like, I need to celebrate because I'm surprised I kept it together. I did not lose my mind. I did not go crazy. And I think what I did is I set myself up to kind of like better myself in the whole pandemic situation. So kudos to me, damn it. I'm going to celebrate. I think I deserve to celebrate. So that's what I'm going to do. So I got to figure something out. Maybe like a little game night, invite a few people, the close people. You know how we used to, when we started and they were like, no more than 10. Them same 10 people we just keep on trying to stick to, like, they safe. We can invite them over. Like, but are they though? Like, but really, like, are they? Like the vaccine, no vaccine, have they been hanging around their own 10 people? Like, I think we kind of threw them rules kind of somewhere by the wayside. I don't think we're actually following all the in-depths of like the precautions of where we were when it started. But I think we're doing okay, I think. But I hear they still like, don't take the mask off yet. All right, nobody said that. They didn't say go ahead. So I guess we still gotta wait. We gotta wait for a minute. But anyway, moving forward, it's a busy weekend. You got Super Bowl, you got Valentine's, which is Monday. I don't know if a lot of people are really doing the whole thing like on Monday, because it's like that's like the horrible day of the week. It's the beginning of the week. It's the work day. It's the start of the work day of the week. Everybody's dragging on Monday. So it's like, so I think like how my guest host, Mr. Zebo Jones, is doing his thing, like, I guess as far as celebrating it this weekend. So I guess that works, sure, that works. But it's just going to probably be a thing where, again, people be like, it's man-made, it's not a big deal, and that's fine, however way you want to carry it. But some people, they live for love. They love the holiday that just is all about the extra love. So some people do still go all the way out, no matter what, even though people were like, well, it should be celebrated every day. Trust me, I had a whole knockdown fight about this with one of my co-hosts from in the past on another show that I was a part of, and no, I'm not going to get back into that part again. So with that being said, I'm going to move away from it. But everybody that is celebrating love, I think that is just beautiful. And you know what? You guys keep staying strong and holding on and keep rocking in this world as far as, making your relationship better and keep growing together. And I think that's basically what should be celebrated. And you can do it, like I said, you can do that every day. So yeah, but other than that, some random shit, because that's just what I do, because I always got to throw something in that's random. I swear, this is so crazy. It feels like I'm in season 9 right now. It's so weird because I'm so like used to, I guess, feeding off the energy lately. And then it's just like, wait, it's such a time travel. But anyway, moving forward, random shit, because y'all know I used to do that shit and I still got it, but I be trying to scale back a little bit. But I really want to get my holes, like my earring hole. I feel like they need to be sewn up and repunched. I know. Because if you can spin your earrings through the hole, I think that's a problem. And I feel like, of course, it comes from the heaviness of different earrings over the years. But I think I would really like to start over with some fresh holes. That's just me. I don't know if I'm the only one that thinks like that, but if you do, please let me know, because I would really love to know that somebody else shares that same feeling like I would just like, I just start over. That's it. Because I don't want to have the clip-ons. I don't want to do it. I like different earrings. Accessories is my thing. So with that being said, I don't want to have like the long lobes either. So I'm debating, and I'm gonna think about it. If there's anything that I would spend a little change on with my tax return, I think it would get my holes re-sewn up, whatever. But other than that, what I am going to do is, I wish I had the whole drum roll situation and like, everything with like the effects, but I don't, because Zebo got that. Zebo has those effects. So again, like he said, he'll be running a couple minutes behind, but we're going to pretty much see him when he does get here. But other than that, that's pretty much that. You know what I have noticed though, on the real? Cars that are small are getting it. Those Vestas, them Versas, them Fits, they be trying to really challenge a big body car and truck, and they really be kicking in. It's so funny seeing them on the roads, just really trying to get it together, like with their speed, and just be trying to really get aggressive. Don't sleep on them cars. If I ever had to downsize, I would get one of them, because they look like they got a little giddy up and they can go. And I'd be like, okay, y'all go ahead. Y'all can take the whole little street, whatever. I see you. But they be going. They really do. I'd be like, all right, damn. But other than that, another thing that's really kind of that I wanted to throw out there, and I don't care what y'all say. And listen, I am excited. I am happy for her. I'm telling you right now, for anybody that creates life, it is beautiful. It's a blessing to have. But I am tired. I'm so tired of Rihanna. I love her. Great artist, entrepreneur, everything, all of that under the sun is dope. But why do we have to blow up the whole fact that she's pregnant? Like, it's okay. Okay, all right, it's fine. She's still not inviting you to the baby shower. You're not going to be affiliated in the baby's life. Why do we have to always put people on these pedestals that just doing the same natural, normal things that everybody else do in life every day? And it's sad that everyone does not want to idolize, but they fall trap into doing so easy. It's like it's the biggest advertisement right now that is just going on, and for the last couple of weeks, I should say, and I think it's going to keep on going forward until she has this baby. So yes, again, yay Rihanna. But come on, it's overkill with it. But other than that, I'm moving right along, and I am going to, like I said, I don't have the drum roll. That I don't have that machine over here, but when Zebo tunes in, he can give us all the effects. So I want to introduce today our special guest, as she is here and adjusted her schedule, her time, and thank you so much, because I'm so excited to bring her into the show. And I have special guest, the Oracle Goddess, Miss AHYOKA, is joining us on the K Rene Show. Hello.
Hey, peace.
Hey, how are you?
Good. Can you hear me well?
I can. I can hear you
That's good.
clear. Yes, you're good. How are you on this beautiful? Well, is it still sunny out? Because
Yeah.
okay. All right. It's a light behind you, but it's also like kind of a glow as well. So I'm like, but I'm in the basement.
Me too.
So I'm like, is it all
It's
right?
still,
Yes.
yep.
Yes. So thank you for thank you for adjusting and coming on and joining us today. If you've been listening in on the show, I'm waiting on my in love co-host who was out with his girls. So he is en route getting back to the house. So he'll be
Okay.
joining us momentarily. But I was like, that's okay, because I feel like I was saying it's such like a time travel. Like I'm back to my season from all seasons. And this is
Right.
my first season doing like a whole guest host, and that's new for me this
Okay.
time around. So I'm like, okay, it's just like an original right now.
I
But
definitely understand.
yes, well, thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm telling you, first and foremost, and I don't want to be like the cliche. I don't want to sound like, oh, this is all the time. But when I was reading like your bio, I was like, she's so Virgo. Oh my, like, what does she not do?
Right.
It was like my brain was running out of breath. It was like, hold on. I was like,
No,
I was
and that's not it. I was like, I had to send you. I know. That's not it. I was like, okay, I got to make it short. But I'm like, I do everything. I want to be able to put it all in there. I
it
know.
was that's a crop version. No, honey. Mm-mm. I was like, wow. I felt like Flavor. Wow.
Right.
I was like, whoa. And as I was reading, I was envisioning, as I'm looking at all the education of the background of the education, and like you said, that ain't all of
That
it.
ain't even
So
it.
that was just some. And I'm like, gosh. But what I noticed is that you have a lot dealing with a lot of family qualities.
Yes.
And tell me what brought you into that, because as far as like the thing that I was looking at, where it's the family and consumer science, that
Right.
was one thing that was intriguing to me. I was like, and then you lecture
Yeah.
also.
So basically, I graduated from Morgan State University, and I graduated in my undergrad program from the FACS department. So I wasn't really intentionally being a professor there. You know how it's like one of your backup plans is like, okay, if this don't work, I'm gonna go back to the department that I worked in. And so that's how I ended up there. But
Mhm.
my master's degree and everything is in families and relationships and marriage and stuff like that, human services. I work around human behavior and things of that nature. So that's how I got in it. I've always had a desire to really help families, women, relationships, marriages, all of that. Like I just been. I guess you would say it's just like I'm so interested in people's behaviors.
Mhm.
Period. So,
Mhm.
um, I had was working for State Farm. I was working for John Bug at that time, and the chairperson of that department was like, "Can you come back and speak to the class? I didn't seen your, your resume and things like that." I don't know how she found this information. Because I had spoke to her about it before previously, and she was like, "No, you need a master's degree in this particular field, so we wouldn't be able to do it." So this was like years later. So she was like,
Mhm.
I was bringing students. That's what it was. She's like, I was bringing students back who are out in the community doing certain things. Could you come and teach the class? And so when I came up there into just that one little session, she was like, I love it. can you come back? Right. So
Okay.
that's how I ended up getting into that field. And
Okay.
she brought me on as an adjunct, and that was just basically divinely guided, because again, like I said, that was like my backup plan. But it
Mm-hmm.
was like that was supposed to be my first plan all along,
Okay.
because it just kind of like fell right into place. So and then from there I became a full-time lecturer. So I was an adjunct for maybe like 3 years, and then I went right into lecturer. And that happened by happenstance. Like one of the full-time lecturers there left the
Mm.
department, right, and went somewhere else. So they needed somebody else.
Right timing.
Right timing. So I love it. I love connecting with my students. So that's the part that I love about it. I love being able to touch so many people's minds. I have like 100 students a semester.
Mm-hmm.
My classes are usually the fullest out of all the other classes that are there. So it is
Mm-hmm.
kind of like overwhelming per
Mm-hmm.
se, but at the same time, it's just being able to share some things, especially about your own individuality and your family structures and things like that, on coming not only from a textbook standpoint, but I can also teach it from personal experience.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and some things that I know, and even that I speak within my community on YouTube. You understand? So it's like I'm able to talk about different dynamics of it and
Right.
bring it all together. There's no restrictions when it comes to that aspect of
Mm-hmm.
it. So it's that part is really fulfilling. I am working on trying to go back into full-time self-employment though,
Okay. Okay.
because I don't like to be restricted to time. I don't like time constraints. I don't know what
Mm-hmm.
that is. It's like, even though I don't have to be at a desk 8 hours a day, I still just be like just going crazy. 3 hours. I'm like, I can't take this any longer.
Yes. And I think that's why it adds to the dynamic of who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that, especially being that, of course, there's all these breakdowns as far as with the signs and being, as far as this is your sun, your moon, your rising. But the Virgo sun in us is, it's a go-getter type thing.
Yeah.
And then it's also like we have this 24/7 circus going on, and it's so organized, but we wouldn't have it any other way.
Right.
It's like, what, you don't have nothing to fill that slot right there. Well, guess what? I
I
found
had
something.
a cousin of mine said that yesterday. She was like, well, you need to sit down. And I was like, I need to do what? Like, I take breaks this. I was like, I take like 2-3 hour naps sometimes here and there. She like, no, you need a day.
Right.
Like a day. I don't understand.
It's regular.
And I'm okay. It's not like, especially if you're doing what you love. So when you're passionate about it, yeah,
Right.
that's
Right.
fun to me. You understand?
Right. Like
I
this,
know.
this the exciting part. This.
You said sit down and watch Netflix. Like, I can do what I'm doing and binge watch TV at the same time, but otherwise,
Yes.
yeah.
And
So
I concur, because I am a person that's I'm writing during the time. Like, it's like, okay, as far as for things that I do want to watch or catch up on, it's on, and I find myself watching it, but then I drift away from it so quick and easy. And then I'll be like, okay, so where's my pen? Okay, so I really want to start writing down some. It becomes the background, like a radio.
It's just noise in the back.
It's just noise. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, it's like somebody like, come in here and keep me company while I do a couple things. Yeah, but you also have, as far as family and marriage and family counseling as well.
Yes, I know, right?
And it's because I admire that, because I wanted to go to school for being a therapist, as far as for like not a psychiatrist, just a therapist, but I wanted to do drug counseling for therapists, as a therapist.
Yeah.
And no, because I thought about it, and it's like, I honestly had to really was like, I don't think you're gonna be able to do this. And its only reason is because of the fact that I know your patience level with just trying to continue to repeat yourself to your driving
Mm-hmm.
school students, and that tends to piss you off
Yep.
at times. So I don't think if somebody has an issue seriously
Mm-hmm.
within like a relapse situation, you can't talk to them
Yeah.
like the driving school students. So that I would
You're
keep
such a
away
look,
from
and
that.
I'm like, you're such a Virgo, because that's how I feel about it too. Like, my students ask all the time, because I teach an alcohol and substance abuse course as well, and I'm like, I don't know why the hell they got me teaching this course out of all courses, right? Even in school, like in graduate school, when I had to take up a class in it, I'm like, I don't never want to have anything to do with this. But only reason why I don't particularly care for it is because I feel like you have to get to the root of your problems.
Right.
And a lot of times with these substance abuse programs, yeah, they do help, but I'm like, nah, we need to go deeper. We need to figure out why. You understand?
Right.
You feel like you need to keep going to this addiction. Like, you got to heal at the root, and it doesn't seem to do that. It takes a lot of energetic work, and it's more something to me that's more spiritual than it is more clinical. But I
Right.
know you have to have the clinical aspect in it. But that's why I never wanted, like, I wanted to be a psychologist. I wanted to be a therapist. But then I'm like, I don't want that clinical part in there. I'd rather do it from a spiritual basis.
Right.
So, but I know you got to have the balance between both, because yes, it's in reality, we still got real world shit real world stuff going on.
Please.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, just to have that balance. But I get it, because it's like, it's a lot that's involved with that, and you got to have a lot of patience. And of course, people with substance abuse problems.
And they have to
Right.
be in that position to want to change. And
Exactly.
that's where it becomes the struggle, because you have to really, you're taking on their energy,
Yep.
trying to help them change. And it's like a force that you're trying to push against. Is if they're not receptive to it,
Yep.
then it's going to be even more of the struggle, and it's going to become more of a draining aspect for you.
Yep.
So that was what turned me around at the corner. And I was like, nah, don't go down that street. Just stay where you at.
Exactly.
On this street. But I like the fact that you like to work with helping other entrepreneurs, especially to get to where they need to be, because you are one yourself, especially with your natural hair care products. Is it Sacred?
Sacred products. I've been in the natural hair care industry for 20 years. So I started out self-employed at the age of 21. And I've had my own natural hair care salon that whole time. I still have one where I am co-owner of it, the Sacred House of Roots. But I feel it's really important to really help other people to, like, in any kind of way that I can deposit back into the community with that. I try, because I know how hard it is being an entrepreneur and not having the resources to expand. And like back, then in 2000 and stuff, we had the internet, but it wasn't popping like this. So we didn't have, we had to do other things to try to get noticed. Right.
Yes.
So that's why I'm so passionate about it. I started my natural hair care line. I think it was like, I was always doing it since I was doing hair. But I actually put a name to it and birthed it in 2008.
Okay.
And so I've been kind of like, I still make the products and things like that. I just collaborated with another young lady who's like been in my life for a very long time. And she wanted to start making products, and she had these ideas. So I was like, she's like, can you help me? Like, sure. And then it just was like, can we kind of work together? Sure. Because I don't really, my hands is in a whole bunch of pots.
Right.
So if I make the products, they will, sell immediately, but it's not one of those things where it's like, I gotta have products on the shelf every single week.
Right.
But if somebody hit me like, I need products, I'll make them up for them. So so basically that's how I'm kind of like branching back out there with Sacred products again. So it's being rebranded and kind of rebirthed now.
Okay.
But I've been in the industry for a very, very long time. And as you can see through and being like a media personality, and on top of that, like having a radio show on where we're on StreamYard now. Because of the pandemic and everything, we had to kind of like shift from out of the studio into our living rooms, right?
Right.
but the whole thing is like that's what we were doing. Like we were going out into the streets and we go into parties. We're popping up. We're doing on the spot interviews. We're bringing people in the studio. We're interviewing entrepreneurs and artists, and creatives all around the world, not just here in Baltimore. You know, we're branching out. California, we just got to connect, through different avenues. But it's like even though we weren't actually, gaining from it, we were gaining, I guess, because you can say you share this, that's giving me publicity. But it was more one of those things. It was like, yeah, this is a free resource to be able to share your network with our network, and then you can share our network with your network, and then that's just how we can grow together in a way where you don't got to spend thousands of dollars on marketing and things like that. But yeah, that's what I love helping other businesses and entrepreneurs in that way, and even young entrepreneurs. So like with my son, he has a brand. With my friend, his daughter, she has a brand. So it's like, all right, let's sit down, come together, let's work this out, get this business plan going, see what you need to do to get started. Because I feel like as long as you're tapping into your creativity some kind of way, that's a plus. That gets your intuition going, where you're able to start thinking of more ideas to come off of. So that's what I'm working with my son now with his brand. Is like, all right, son, what's your why? Like, it can't just be a clothing brand. Everybody got a clothing brand.
Right.
Like,
everybody got a shirt.
Right.
Got a hat. Like, yeah, what is the why?
What is the why behind that? So I'm glad we're talking about this, because I'm working on my nonprofit organization now, and my mom was asking me questions, and I was like, damn, you're right. What am I going to really be doing to, like, the only thing I really want to do was have the resources where people can come to me to get help, financial support, and different things like that. But I'm like, I'm not going to be doing anything else that would require, I need government grants and stuff for. But now that I think about it, that's it. The entrepreneurship program for young.
There it is.
That's it. I love when we have conversations. It's like, yay! I was saying, for the last 2 days trying to think about it, like, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this.
What up, Zebo?
What's going down with y'all, man? So look, let me apologize. I apologize for being late.
Yeah, happy Valentine's Day, man.
That's what today is for us. Yes, it is. Appreciate it. Thank you. We just got through doing that.
You know how them rides be running on these all busy little holidays?
Yeah, it happens, man. We just left a distillery, and shouts out to Naked Spirits.
Okay.
And then we shot on over to Buffalo Wild Wings, and there's kind of what got behind.
That's exactly what got you. Over to Buffalo Wild Wings.
Hey, if you ever go to Naked Spirits, get you some of this Mocha Royale. It tastes like straight up coffee, and all I heard was that you need a little bit of milk and a little bit of that, and you'll have a good morning. Anyway,
a good morning. Wait, did you do a whole new? The best part of waking up is
goddamn liquor in your cup.
It's liquor in your cup.
There you go.
So, again, as everybody, Zebo has joined us, and we have been talking to the Oracle Goddess, AHYOKA. She has been blessing me with all of her education, her background, the Royale with cheese on it. It's just, she's all into, if you don't know, family and the community, and again, helping others. This is a very well-rounded person, and she is a total Virgo because she got a lot going on, hands in all kinds of pots. And not only that, but an entrepreneur herself, and then moving forward with the fact that she deals with counseling. And I was going to say, as far as you being within the field with counseling, is that it's one of those it's one not trades, it's one of those careers, as far as that it's always going to be needed.
Yeah.
Just down to the fact that look at the pandemic and how people's families are right now going through and needing that extra person in the middle to kind of put things back on track for people to gain the perspective back with their family, the love that has been lost, and the mental,
and not even that is just alone, like individually what we go through within our families, or you never realize how much something that your mother is doing and how it trickles down, or your father is doing and it trickles down, and then it's affecting the children. You understand? So it's like
Right.
a constant cycle. So it's just really getting in. And that's I mean, I love, like I always tell my students, I love the idea of, the relationships and the families and the marriages and things like that. But let's get into you. Let's talk about you so that you can be whole. So when you're ready to invite somebody into your life, you're not looking for them to complete you. You're not triggered by some of the things that they may do because of your childhood traumas. So that's where my focus is. It really is on. So even through the community that I do, through YouTube, it's like, yeah, y'all, you may always hear me saying like, look, but at the end of the day, it's about you.
Yep.
Yep. I got a question for you.
What brought me to your channel? Yeah, go ahead, Zebo.
All right, so I was, reading the bio and everything, and it was saying that you was a marriage counselor, and so just I don't know how far y'all done been, this and the third, but I do got a quick question about that. What benefit do you see as a marriage counselor is there for males?
So, I actually don't do any like hands-on counseling. Right. But the benefits that I see, you say for males, for men to do it. Oh yeah, it's major benefits. Like that's like a hands down. I feel like everybody, and particularly males, should be seeing some type of someone to help them, period, because it's so much that you guys keep within. You don't express a lot of your emotions or feelings, and it's just an outlet. I feel like it's a healthy outlet to get married. You said?
Yeah, so you're saying marriage is a healthy outlet.
Oh, you said should men get marriage counseling?
What's the benefit of men getting married?
Now, men getting married? Oh, yes, Lord.
Period. Just saying I do. Why should we continue to do that shit?
Continue.
Now, let me tell you, I have my views. Okay. I believe my ideas are very different. All right. So I'm still working through my ideas. Okay. I am divorced. I've been married for 10, maybe 12 years.
Okay.
But I'm starting to like see things totally different now that I'm single and having a lot of male friends and things like that. But the way that I see marriage, I see it more like a partnership. So it's one of those things where it's like, okay, we're building our legacy and we're saying we're going to come together and we're going to do this together. Like I trust you, you trust me. We're going to make it do what it do, right? I can trust you with my kids, my family. Yeah, this is a partnership. And that's how I view marriage. So that's to me where the benefit comes in at. I don't necessarily look at it. I guess some people ideas is so caught up in the relationship and the love aspect. And it's like, oh, I have, look, I'm trying to work through these things and try to really understand, even with monogamy, I'm still.
Which is not real.
Right. I feel like this is something that society has been forcing on us for so long, but I know it has a lot to do with, I guess, legal stuff. But otherwise, it's just like I'm not sure where I stand at with that. It's never been really a deal breaker for me, to be honest with you. I've never felt intimidated by any other females, because my ex-husband was an advocate cheater. Okay.
Hey, one time for the fuck boys.
There you go. There you go.
But it was never something that I was like, it was never something like I don't know. I don't know if it's because I've seen it happen through generation to generation, having male friends and seeing how males operate, even though they're married. But then now I'm starting to question, like, this monogamy stuff might be some bullshit for real.
It is, bro. Like you said, you was married for 10 years. I was married for a whole 5 months. And
5 months.
That's it, bro. That's all we got.
You had like an annulment type situation.
Yeah, it was secret too. Like ain't nobody in my the only people that knew in my family was
my cousin. Went to Vegas?
Nah, we just all right. So like with me and my ex-wife and shit, she one morning. All right, let me go back.
I'm like,
one afternoon
after 5 months.
Yeah. All right. So after dating her for 5 months, one afternoon she was taking me back to the crib. I live with my parents. She lived with her parents, and so she was taking me back to the crib, and I was just like, "Hey, you want to get married? And she was like, yeah. So we went to the place and they was like, hey, you got to do this at the third first. And I was like, all right, bet. So then the next morning, she was like, yo, I kind of really wanted to get married yesterday. I didn't think that, I don't think it's ever going to happen if we're going to do it now. I was like, fuck it. Let's call out of work on a Tuesday. I'm not sure if it was Tuesday or not. But anyway, I was like, let's call out of work. And
it probably was a significance why you like Taco Tuesday, Secret
I was
Day.
born on a Tuesday.
You were born on a Tuesday. Yeah, I got it.
So we went down to the courthouse, did everything we had to do to get married. And then about 5 months later, she was like on a Friday, she was like, I love you. And then on Monday, she was like, I want a divorce. But then I ended up getting, I got an ex-fiance as well because I tried to do the whole marriage thing again, which was fucking crazy. But
and you tried to get in 5 months, or did you
no,
wait a little bit
I put
longer?
her through the ringer now. I was like, hey, look, this last chick, she fucked around and stole my heart. You know what I mean? So you gonna have to work for it. And I put 4 years of some crazy shit. I'm not gonna lie. And she stood the test of time until she cheated twice. So that's why I'm like, monogamy ain't real. I learned 2 things from these women. Number one, you'll never know what another person's thinking. Hey, because she told me on a Friday she loved me. On Monday, she wanted a divorce. Number 2, you either cheating or getting cheated on. I told Rene, I was an advocate cheater. You know what I mean? Decided not to cheat on my ex-fiance. She cheated on me twice.
You were a serial cheater.
I was.
But do you believe in karma?
Karma? Yes,
Right.
and that's what I say as well, because of all the women that I did cheat on, that's why I got cheated on twice. I definitely believe in that shit. It happened to me. And don't buy women's shoes, guys. Don't do it.
Yeah, because he's no longer a fuck boy.
If you buy them shoes, they'll walk out of your life. But look, ain't nothing wrong with being a fuck boy. You know what I mean?
No, it is a big problem, man.
It's
but
the
you know
goal
what?
in life, bro.
Okay. Okay.
Yo, how many times have you been like, yo, have you fucked her? Like, nah, not yet. It's like a goal.
Not yet.
Right.
Not yet.
Not yet.
But you soon come.
Exactly. That's some real shit. But I'm back to the subject. I just don't see no benefit of being married, because you was talking about it's a partnership. Like what I got right now is a partnership, and I have no plan for saying I do. Right. I don't need a piece of paper to get commitment from a person.
Right. And
the only reason, I was just saying the only reason of it is, like you said, it's for tax purposes.
That's it. It's like, do you really want the government all up in your business, and then you got to do all of this stuff to get out of it? I mean, thank God I was able to get out of my marriage really easy. But otherwise, it's like, how do I really want to have all of that? Is it enough to just say, we're going to do this together. We're going to live our life together, and we know what it is, right? But at the same time, I guess it's like the ideas of it, I guess, is nice. It's nice to have the wedding and, that that's fairy tale. Yeah.
That's cute.
You can live the life you want to.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather have the barbecue. Like, I want to cook out.
There you go.
Yeah. It's like, I would do it again. Yes, I would. If somebody said, hey, let's get married. Oh, fuck yeah, let's go. You understand? Because I know where my ideas about marriage are now versus when I did it before. So I know traditionally, I'm not traditional at all.
Right.
I'm far from it. So I know it's like, I'm doing this is because I know through legal stuff that's going on. I'm gonna want to probably have that, because we're gonna be building assets. You understand? Together, we're gonna have things, even though we go in with the intentions of this is till death do us part.
Right.
But in reality,
can you crack this window?
But are you going to want to do the wedding again on the traditional terms, or are you okay? Like, as if the fact that would you want to try to deal with a polygamy type of relationship, like a polyamorous type of lifestyle?
And that's the thing.
Because knowing that, again, as you both are saying, as far as to monogamy is not real. But still the tradition of marriage, are you still trying to keep that in the context?
But they said the marriage bed is undefiled. But no, the thing is, monogamy is more of a choice. It's your values.
That's true.
That's
true. Right.
Yeah.
So, right.
So that's it. It's like, if we decide, hey, look, I don't want us to be dealing with other people, then all right, I'm monogamous today. But you understand?
Today.
but 1 week only.
Right.
But see, with me,
limited time on.
But with me, that's not a problem because I'm not a person who I don't like to have multiple partners. I don't like to deal with multiple people. I don't have enough energy for it.
Yep. I just said that.
You don't have a problem with me cheating because I'm not going to cheat. I'm just going to be dealing with you. Now, if that's the decision that you decide to make, you understand, respect me, do you understand? But otherwise, I don't, and that's the thing. It's like, it's a very thin line.
It is a thin line.
Yeah.
It depends on you if monogamy is real.
It's too much to keep up with. I can't keep up with. I can keep up with a lot for me to do for me. Like I can have 17,000 jobs and I can keep up with that. But you said people dating, multiple relationships going on. I cannot.
I'm a Virgo. It takes a lot to.
Y'all all over this place, ain't you?
It takes a lot to get that period. Exactly. Period. Like you got to be something special to get up in my energy. So
yes. Yep. And it's like shopping for a shirt. Like, no, I don't know if I like that one. Let me go upstairs and see, and then I'll come back down and look for a shirt, but I don't know.
No.
So tell me what brought you into out of all the Royale with cheese of the bio to the tarot.
Woo! I know, right?
Yes. I'm just like, I'm blown because that was kind of like as if you was like, and you know what? Now I'm going to go get a motorcycle license. Like, where the hell did the tarot come from?
So I've always been spiritually gifted. Always, since I can remember seeing things that I was like, what the hell is this? Right. But my grandparents and things used to tell me certain things like, oh no, you wasn't crazy. Like we all have these experiences and things. So I'm like, okay, so this shit is passed down. But I ran from it forever because I was scared of it. Even in my 20s, it took for me to go through a major tower moment, and that was my divorce when I had my spiritual awakening. So while I was going through that separation, like I remember, because my grandmother, she's devout Christian, so I always call her my earth angel before I even knew what a light worker was, because she would just call, like she would know when things was wrong. Like, how you know? Like, what? This is crazy, right? So, and she was the one to be like, no, you gotta pray, go in your prayer closet, and rebuke the demons and things like that. To save your marriage and stuff like that. And I just got fed up because I'm like, something is wrong here. Like I keep praying for something that just doesn't feel right. So I just got to the point as I was going through that, because I went through a major depression. I would stay in my room. I couldn't function. And I just was like, God, I need to know for myself. I was like, Elohim is what I used to say. So I'm like, I need to know for myself. I want to see the truth. I mean, the truth, not what the church is teaching us, not what that Bible says. I need the absolute truth. And then from then, once I asked, it was just like everything just started. The universe just opened right up. Like, oh,
that's some crazy shit. Because I feel the same exact way, dog. It's like once you ask, like, let me get past this religion shit.
Yeah.
And let me talk to you for real, bro. And then he'd be like, all right, look, do this part, do that over there. Got you.
And I've already been a seer. Yeah, I've already been a seer. I've always dreamed. I dream and dream. I get that from my grandparents. But I dream, so I would get dreams all the time. So I'm start recording my dreams. So that's how I'm starting. I start recording my dreams, and I was scared of tarot because they tell you like, oh, that's the devil's.
That's the devil cards.
Right. So it's like, I'm scared. Right. So I started. Right. Like you're gonna go to hell. Like,
yes.
Scared shitless, like, oh my God. But I'm like, nothing else is working. So I started getting pulled to oracle cards. So I was like, I'm gonna start with oracle cards because at least they talk about angels and it's so nice. So that's how
myself in here.
Ease myself into it. So I still was just like, I would read for myself to help me feel better. Let me get a good feel-good message. Because tarot to me is like the Bible for real. It's just the guide. Like it just gives you intuitive messages that you already know. It's just clarifying what you already know.
Right.
And so I started like doing that. But then I met my twin about 6 years ago.
Okay.
I realized like, oh snap, I'm going through cycles and it's some lessons that I'm not learning and I'm repeating. And I'm like, this shit look familiar. Like it looked like some shit I've already been through. What's happening? Right. And so I had hit another tower moment about a year last June. That last tower moment was the one that sent me all the way into my spiritual self.
Okay.
And then I just kept hearing different call-ins like, you need to do this, you need to do that. And I'm listening. So I'm like, because I need to do whatever I need to do to feel better. I don't want to live like this no more. I don't want to keep manifesting the same BS. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to change my whole frequency at this point. So I'm like, whatever you calling me to do, I'm doing it. And it's like, get on YouTube. I've already been on radio and in front of the cameras for 6 or 7 years, so I was prepared that way. But doing it by myself was what was scary to me because I've always had co-hosts. So doing it by myself, so I just started getting on YouTube. If you go back to my YouTube from the beginning, like last year, you're seeing like certain videos. It's so funny, but then that's just how I started. And it was like, you have to do it this way. Like, this is what you're called to do. And as I start doing the videos, I'm able to teach myself. So I'm self-taught. I'm watching other videos and I'm watching, you know, what they're saying. I'm taking notes. Like, I just studied it, and it just intuitively, it just comes. It just comes. It's not, you know, it's a lot of energy work. So I can't say that. But it really took for me to have to go through something. And that's so crazy because you know how it's like, it takes for you to go through some shit. You hit rock bottom. And then as soon as you hit rock bottom, you like running.
You be like, oh, duh, okay. Damn. It was down here.
Yo.
I had to punch my face. Okay.
I stepped out there. All right, bring me back.
And let me tell you, when I was in my early 20s, this guy, I was catching, you know, we called hacks back then. So I'm at Urban Shopping Center because I lived on Urban Avenue. So I'm over there. I'm high as a kite because I smoke weed all the time. And he like, I get in the car. I'm looking at him. He looking at me. He like, you know, you're going to be an evangelist, huh? I'm high as shit right now. Like, who I'm evangelizing? And he like, nah, you're going to be speaking to people all around the world. And I still remember that to this day. And I'm like, that's crazy. I never thought.
The message.
Right. And I speak to people all around the world.
Yeah.
Not just the fact that you speak to people around the world, but it's around you. The lecturing, the counseling, the therapy.
My life.
It's all your lifestyle. It's all of it. And not even more so just within the entertainment thing, because of the fact that let me tell you, from the fact of when the pandemic started, and I lost my shit moment. I did. I threw my laptop across the floor.
Go on, bro.
Yo, and my son looked at me like, bitch, don't take yourself upstairs. That's what you do.
Out, mommy.
You're on timeout. Right. Like, so I did. I had to go upstairs and put myself in a corner. I did. I closed the door. Like, take yourself a good 5-10 minutes because you are about to lose your mind. So what I did was, after I got myself together, I went and pulled out my Gahunzen because I'm a Buddhist, and I had stopped chanting, and then I was like, I got to bring that back. And then what I started doing is I started dabbling around on YouTube because I've always been a horoscope reader. I've always been into astrology as when I was in 8th grade. And I've always wanted to just know of different characteristics of people's signs. And for me, I've been the person that everybody likes to talk to and listen because I'm a good listener and I give this advice. Not as no type of certificate degree of anything under my belt, but I'm just that person. Right. And so I turned all of my listening and then talking to radio because I started with radio. I went to school for it. And then I just kept going on different levels with it. But the last couple of years, it was like I needed more than the horoscope. So then I started finding the people on the tarot channels. And I was Like, okay, you know, even though I know it's not directed to me, but give me some goodness.
You're looking
here.
for a message.
Yeah,
Right.
I need goddamn.
Okay,
I need
who is
something.
happy for?
I need somebody tell me it's gonna be all right.
All right, it's gonna be all right for you. It's gonna be all right for you.
Flip all
Everybody want to get
Yeah.
all right.
Flip all them cards. Okay, the chariot is what? Okay, and it's running. It's not slow. Okay,
Right.
it's coming in. Okay, that sounds good. That sounds good. So then I stumbled across you, and I was like, Baltimore. But before then, I remember you from a show, a podcast show.
The XDY show?
Yes.
That's
the
the one.
Ask Me. Yes. And I was like, and I'm good with face recognition.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, is that her? From the show.
Right.
Yep.
I was like, yeah, I can see on the table. And it's a homebody person. So I switched up and I was, and he was like, and I'm a Virgo. And I was like, she's a Virgo.
There you go, right there. That's all she needs.
And I know she knows what's going on. And I was in it.
We're on the same timeline.
Yes.
Right.
So I was like, and I love the delivery because she don't cut no cards. Like she cut the cards, but she be straight with it. Like, and this what the hell? She was like, stay fuck away from that because that's gonna get y'all in trouble. We don't need no damn problems. I was like, we don't need no problems.
That's what people be like. We be talking back to the screen. It's like my best friend.
Yeah. People like, I need water. Like, pick it up, y'all. Energy is dry. Bro. Okay. Back. But I live for it, and I do. I love it. I love the way your energy, the delivery, and like I said, it be really some facts and some honesty. And again, as she says, and I like the delivery, the fact that don't be taking this as to telling you, I'm not telling you this going to happen next Friday.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's all everybody. And again, if it don't relate to you, it don't relate to you. So she's not trying to pull people in to have them as a believer of how you have like those false prophet people that be like, you know, people passing out and falling, you know, like
it's giving
none of that.
I experienced that.
Yeah, it's they give you this false hope. That's what it is.
Yeah, I had this preacher, man. She was up there laying hands on everybody, and I was like, all right, God, let's try this shit out.
Zebo, if you tell me you fell out, I'm getting off of here.
Did not whatsoever. She basically, I'm paraphrasing, this is a long-time memory, but she basically like put a, she did it in her head. I was like, I'm gonna go sit down now.
She must.
She like touched my head and shit, and I was like, all right. I didn't feel shit. You know, you see the dude waving his damn coat and goddamn droves of people fall down. I'm looking for that shit.
Yeah.
She touched me, and I was like,
same thing.
This ain't it.
You should have just headbutt me and made it look a little real like that.
I had a pastor literally push my forehead. Like he like, I'm like, damn, that's how they falling. Okay,
that's how we going out. Okay. Sorry, sir. I got an armor in there. It didn't work. What?
Oh, shit.
Exactly.
Wow.
And that's the whole thing. And people kind of, you know, like I said, it's like I want to give you the reality, but I also want you to be able to have that hope, because that's as a light worker, that's what I'm here for, to help raise your vibration so that you can be on that frequency to manifesting. Like we said, everything is energy. So at any time that energy can change. Yeah, right now yo might love you. Tomorrow yo might be like, I'm scared, I'm fearful, you know, like so the energy is always changing. But that's why it's like let's stop giving out this false hope, and let's just give this message here that's going to help you to evolve, because at the end of the day, it's going to be your alignment that's going to attract exactly what it is that the outcomes that you want for yourself. And if you're not balanced and if you're not in alignment, then you're going to keep attracting this bullshit. So, and y'all going to keep coming on here hearing these same readings about the dude from the past or the female from the past that you can't seem to get out your energy because you ain't healed from it, right? So you need to fix that.
So you're saying that I have to go through something in order for me to advance in this tarot card shit?
So life is about lessons. So we're always having experiences because it's about our growth. So we experience certain things. If you notice, like, you ever notice, like, this is my thing. Like, I meet guys and all of them got the same name, start with a J, or their name may be J. They may be the same zodiac. maybe the same zodiac sign. Like you'd be like, what the hell? That right there is like, oh wait, it may be a lesson coming with this situation all day. Right? But if you're not learning from it, and like even if you that person that be like, fuck love, then you didn't miss the whole lesson because because we usually again, whatever is inside of us, we're a mirror reflection of everybody that we meet. So people are gonna mirror back your wounds. So if they triggering you in some kind of way, it's something within you that you still need to face and heal, because you're not gonna keep attracting. And even if you do attract these people into your life, you already are so grounded, I guess you could say, where it's like whatever that they're projecting towards you, you're not going to absorb that, because then you're going to know like, oh, this is bullshit. Oh no, I need to disconnect from this person. Oh no, I can't have this person in my life because it's not energetically aligned. So you understand, it's like those are the parts that I'm at. It's like, nah, let's get to the point of you. Like, what can you do to evolve, to be better, to learn from these experiences, so you don't keep repeating them over and over and over again. Because, so, and then that's what it is. And it's like, and I get it, because people go through these bad relationships. And like you said about marriage, what's the point? You know, I've been hurt, you know, several times. Okay, it happened. Look deep and see what were you supposed to learn from that?
That you never know what another person's thinking.
But it ain't about other people. It's about you.
I learned that I will never know what another person is thinking.
You won't. And we ignore red flags because we love people. And like, you know what I'm saying? God, the divine be like, oh no, we already sent you the signs and that wasn't it. But you the one that wanted to keep, you know, pushing the issue.
Because you love, and
now you like
pushing through on the wrong.
Or if we got abandonment issues from, you know, if I got daddy issues, I'm gonna keep you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep connecting with people that's gonna literally, that's emotionally unavailable or may abandon me.
Right.
You understand? Because it's a fear of mine. So our codependencies is going to cause me to cling to people that I know that's not good for me. And look, it's a lot to the cycle. It's so much. And everybody's story individually is a different case. It's like we're all on the same timeline to a certain degree. Well, we all experience the same things, but it's just in a different degree of how we experience it, how we process it. So my thing is that I want better for myself. So I know in order for me to have better for myself, I got to change my energy. I can't be operating on the low. Look, it's a part of us. We have our shadow sides. Just embrace it. Embrace it, because it's a part of you. But at the same time, you can't hold on to that stuff. You got to face whatever you need to face and move on, because what you're asking for, you're not going to attract if you're constantly in the energy of worry or stress or negative emotions, resentment, unforgiveness. Like if we're constantly holding on to all of those things, the universe is like, you keep saying you want a good partner, but you still holding on to the negative energy that you got about the last one. So all the universe knows is energy. So it's going to keep sending you whatever frequency or vibration whatever you vibrating on, and that's what the universe is going to send you. It doesn't know the difference.
I feel you. Like with the partner that I have now, I literally prayed for her. Like down to, I told God, this is everything that I'm looking for. You know what I mean? He was like, there she go. It's just one day I just found her on.
You were like, it was that easy?
It was literally that easy. I was in the comment section of some Instagram post. Like, who the fuck found somebody in the comment section? And I saw her hair and I said, who the fuck is this person? I need to know. And ended up, you know, now I'm with her. But I know that you do the tarot card readings, and I had my first one done last year. I had this chick talking some crazy wild ass shit, and I just was like, this
what's happening here?
Yeah, this ain't, I don't believe you.
He's like, that's not me.
Right. Exactly. Who the fuck is you talking about here?
That ain't me.
So like, I'm interested in seeing what you got for me, because I'm one of them skeptics, you know what I mean? Just to go back on what K. Rene was talking about as far as the zodiac stuff, what you say, the astrology, that stuff. I was talking to this one girl one time that I used to mess with for a while, and then some years later we ended up getting back together, or at least talking. And her zodiac sign was like, hey, somebody's about to come into your life, you know what I mean? You used to have a past with them, and you need to run towards them, this, that, and the third, and this, whatever. And then like mine on that same day was like, hey, some shit from the past is about to come around, and run the fuck away. I was like, That shit is scary. So I'm very interested in seeing what you got to say.
Yeah, because you gotta remember, it's like sometimes we think, oh, I just need to look at my sun sign. You gotta look at your whole chart. Period. Is like the way the stars align. Sorry, y'all, my son, he does this all the time.
I love
What
it.
up, though?
Play this game.
Yeah, and it's like, why didn't he shut his door? Like he knows something.
They still need that connection.
Yeah,
If no one, like, if the door is open, like I'm still close to her, even though I'm not in her space.
right.
But I just need to know, like, I'm still kind of.
And then now I can't be like, yo, shut up. But it's based off of like your moon sign, your rising sign. So it's like if you look at your horoscope, you're gonna look at, like, I'm Virgo double Taurus, so I'm gonna look at all of that.
One time.
My Virgo and my Taurus. Yeah.
That's me all day.
Yep. What, Taurus?
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, and my Venus is in Virgo. Like I'm Earth all around. So that's what I'm going to be checking out in my chart to in my astrology readings or whatever to try to pull it together. But of course, again, it always takes a personal reading on top of that to bring balance. I'm sorry, y'all may have to like pause the camera.
That's fine. Just holler at him. How old is he? He been yelled at before.
21.
Oh, he definitely been yelled at before. Shut your ass up like that.
And he got the earphones on, so I'm like, is he even gonna hear me?
No.
Okay, right.
Not at all. And mine is 6, and he makes sure he got the headphones on so that he doesn't hear me. And he sets straps up in his room like with Legos around, and I'm like, why do you do that? Like, why do you know I gotta come in here and do things for you? So you have several different type of decks, as I can see. Oh, she
gonna put us on the mute button.
She did.
She told him to hush that fuss up. Mama's got to do what a mama's got to do.
Because he was getting ready to go win.
Right.
He was about to yell at somebody. Somebody's about to get the business from Baltimore.
She's like, I was saying you have several different types of decks. I always notice you go to different decks. Mm-hmm. Explain what your decks you have as far as to what messages that you're giving from each one.
So I usually, whatever I feel drawn to is the ones that I usually go to. It's like either something is like just, I don't know, it's weird. It's like I might feel energy or heat or something coming from one. And I'm like, all right, well, I might hear, my intuition might be like, nah, pick that one. Mm-hmm. And then I'll go to that one. So that's why I keep so many. Like I'm looking around my desk, but I'm like, dang, if y'all can see it. Like I got cards like
I see them like off to the
off on the sides of me.
Yes.
Because it's like I can't, it's just like the messages sometimes don't be just in that one deck. So even like down to the tarot, I might have like 4 different tarot decks because all of them, even though they're the same cards, they're going to have a different meaning. Oh, so but it's more based off of intuition. And I feel like, to be honest, it's like, I feel like the cards is like the initiation to help you to trust your intuition, because intuitively we already are prophetic, all of us, everyone.
Right.
But the cards just literally foster that. So I feel like as time goes on, will I continue to be tarot reading? Maybe not. Mm-hmm. I might not need them any longer. It's like the messages are gonna just be flowing. And even sometimes you'll even notice with tarot readers, as we're reading, we don't even we speaking it, and then by the time we flip the card, we didn't already say what the card said. So it's like intuitively we already knew what was good. So but they just help you to trust your own intuition. That's it. It's like training.
Please, people need to trust that little voice they hear inside. You know what I mean? I know that once I started doing it myself, listening to it more, I feel like it's the guide in me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like it
your third eye as well.
Yeah,
you know,
it's you already have the answers inside of you. So that's all we're doing with the tarot is we're just clarifying or what you already know. You'd be like, yeah, I already kind of knew that. Yeah, that's just as confirming that. Yeah, your guys, your teams are like, yeah, you already know what it is. You're blocked from being able to trust your own intuition because usually grief or some type of heartbreak can cause that to happen. Or if any of your chakras are blocked, it's like I feel like even say like if your root chakra is off, like you think, oh, my money just messed up. Nah, like you're gonna be blocked in everything: your money, your love life, your friendships. You know what I'm saying? Your health.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I used to just be tripping because in church they used to be like, yeah, God wants you whole. You know how you like, what does that mean? But it's really
no, I was just like, yeah, whole, like
it's like alignment. It's like all your chakras need to be aligned. That's what whole means.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, got you now. Because it's just like, yeah, so what do you mean?
Right. What the hell does that mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Now
whole,
I understand.
Like, I can't. I think I'm past that now. I don't think I'm allowed to be.
Right.
Right. God.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
But other than that, as far as with readings, energy, is it things that people typically come to you about? Is it more so do they really want to know about the money, or is it more of you get people that want to know about their love life?
It's always about love.
It is, right?
Yep.
Yes, because I'm telling you, I'm interested. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna ever date again.
Right.
I'm serious,
right.
and I because
I don't believe you.
Huh?
I don't believe you.
I'm serious. I've been
Hey,
single.
look, I'm gonna tell you something now. I got a couple of friends of mine. It's like, who this woman that you be doing this show with now?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I can't believe what you're talking about right now. I know some folks.
Nobody sent me a message though. You know.
That's what I'm up to them DMs, huh?
Well, I mean, that's not like they blocked.
Rene's DMs is wide open, y'all. Go
jump right on in. But you know, we Virgos, we tell you jump right on in, and then you jump in, and we be like,
I'm tagged. You know, like you know where to follow. Like, I don't understand. Like,
I really just want you to follow me and support me and my businesses and stuff, but not really.
That's funny.
But no, but serious. Like, I've starting to come to this place of being content, of not dating, and then really to the point of like I have tried even to the looking on the dating sites and everything to the point where I'm just like, I feel like I'm changing my life to where I just really am only going to care about riding my bike and and just doing my show, like, because that's where I'm finding this whole enjoyment.
So now I was about to say, now you are actually enjoying your singleness, and that's what we supposed to be doing.
Yes,
it's about our own
I've been single for a couple of years.
Yeah, and not feeling like you need to have a relationship or somebody there. You don't.
You
got everything you need.
But my son be feeling like I do.
Well, he's a kid, bro.
Yeah,
he is. I know. Yeah, he's a kid. It's just he be trying to really compare our house to his dad's house, and it's not the same. So he's looking like as if like what's going on?
Trying to go into this narrative that you're supposed to grow up and get married. He fallen into the trap already. Tell him that life is not that shit. It is fucking whatever you want it to be.
Whatever you want it to
be. But I try to tell him, listen, it's fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine.
Yep.
Don't think it's a problem. Trust and believe as that I am fine. I'm happy. I'm not. No one has to be watching me. Yeah. I'm gonna be okay. You know, it's okay.
Yeah.
And I want him to know, like, everybody's house don't have to look like it's gotta be connected.
Yeah.
To where he had me at an extent, like at one point where it was a stress for me. Because I was like, do I need to go and try to find somebody? Like, let me hurry and look right quick. You know. But then I was like, nah, kid.
You're right.
Yeah.
No.
You don't know how to pay bills.
Right now.
Because people feel like single is lonely. Like you're lonely if you're single. Yeah.
Right.
Not at all. It's so much fun shit to do. Like she said, Valentine's Day coming up. We just did a episode on the Distance podcast called Fuck Valentine's Day or whatever. But look, I was just saying, hey, go enjoy yourself if you're single. Because there's definitely been plenty of times where I've been single on Valentine's Day and enjoyed myself. I call it Vodka Day. But go enjoy some self-love, people. That's how you enjoy life.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be that lady like that's on the commercials, not necessarily the Cialis, but the one where they're older. They kind of they grayed out, and it's like the happy, like they're getting on a boat. That's when I'll be dating again.
Right.
Just like on Step Brother. Exactly.
Anyway.
I mean, sometimes it's nice to have someone to have that special person that you kick
Yeah.
with. It is nice, but at the same time, it's like companionship. But at the same time, you do understand like there's a season for everything, and right now in this season, I'm enjoying this.
Benefitship.
Yeah.
Right, there you go.
Right. Right. Like the song "Call Me When You Need Someone to Talk to."
Talk to that thing down there.
That's just right.
Let me whisper in your ear.
I meant the song is a real song, man. I said, okay, you know what? Anyway, AHYOKA, tell everybody, especially because I know you do personal readings and where they can find you if they want to connect and get up as far as within making an appointment and scheduling for something, getting some answers for their path of life.
So, I'm sorry, y'all. I've been having a lot of issues with my throat chakra. I'm like, hold up.
Gotta put a crystal on that.
Right. I'm over here looking. I keep looking like, where's that right stone? But I have a website. It's the Oracle Goddess Inc. .com. So you can go right to my website. It'll have all of my readings up there. I do spiritual advising. I do coaching. I have products on there as well. I'm on TikTok. So hit me up on TikTok. It's the Oracle Goddess. On Instagram, it's the Lightworkers Society. On YouTube, it's the Oracle Goddess. And on Facebook, it's the Lightworkers Society. Yeah.
What? See? See? A lot. Zebo, I'm telling you, listen, you went on your little distillery trip today?
Hey, look, check this out. I was about to say, look, I got a shout out to STL Space Treats. They got a pop-up shop today. We about to head over there. We about to enjoy this shit.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I just came from the distillery, about to go do some other things.
Wait, what time is it there?
It is now 3:48.
Oh, that's cute.
Going on over here.
I still got more
Meanwhile, it's going on evening time
over here
for us. About to be 5. No, I'm gonna take my sister out. She's my Valentine.
There you go. Hey. Shout out to your sister. Don't give me that look.
Thanks.
Yay. Oh, that's funny, man.
That's funny, isn't it though?
It was. I'm sorry. Oh shit.
Well, other than that, do you have a Valentine's this year, AHYOKA?
Myself.
Enjoy yourself.
No, I do have a special friend. But however, it's like, to be honest with you guys, I really haven't celebrated holidays for real, in a long time. I had stopped really celebrating like Christmas and all of that. I just kind of started doing little things now. Because I like the family aspect of it. But otherwise, like even married and stuff, we never celebrated Valentine's and did none of that. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why I was like, I got a friend, but there ain't nobody going out to go spend no money in no restaurants.
Right.
Yeah. No.
We're gonna go eat.
Yeah.
That's what we're
gonna do.
Yeah.
We went
I didn't even buy her shit. I just said I'm gonna eat. That's it.
And look, shit, I love food.
Yes,
who don't? This is delicious.
It's
Listen,
right.
I didn't eat on purpose.
But
it's so that we can eat.
It just seems like on that day, it just seems like it just be so overwhelming with people. So it's like
it's
you can't
so
really
over the top.
Yeah,
it is.
Get in a
it's a money grab, bro. That's why I say fuck Valentine's Day. I
Yeah.
just spent money on you 2 months ago. Goddamn, you got Christmas presents. Like I just told you, I love you.
Yeah,
all that shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw breadcrumbs at people's. That's what I'm gonna do.
Right. I'll catch your ass doing daylight savings time, motherfucker.
Yo, I will flip this whole shit to April Fools and start leaving post-its on people's windshields. Like, I'm pregnant. Call me. I've been calling.
Yo,
No answer.
I had my ex, this girl I was dating. She got me on an April Fool's Day. So just a quick story. Me and my homeboy was about to run this train on this girl, but I didn't get my turn because my girlfriend at the
I
time
didn't get on
called
the
and
train.
said she said that she was pregnant, and I was like, "Fuck!" So I had to go back and be like, "I gotta go." And she was ready too. So either way, I'm headed back to the crib, and so I was like, "Yo, you pregnant for real?" And she was like, "April Fools." I was like, "Fuck."
You know what? I don't know why I looked at my remote to the TV like, let me turn this shit off. I can't even understand.
My bad.
What?
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, I'll tell you that story later. I know we're about to get off this shit.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to schedule me a reading, and I swear I need to know what's going on in 2022 for me. What's going on? Where we going? Where I need to stay on the bike, or you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Well, y'all have a wonderful evening.
Thank you so much for having me on.
Thank you for joining us again. Thank you. I know I held you past your time, but
okay.
Thank you. Let me let you go back and do some light work.
You already know it. I'm already ready.
Okay, I'll be ready to listen in on the next reading for us Virgos.
Okay.
Okay.
I know.
All right. Bye.
Peace out.
Okay.
Yeah.